we've left for that Keeney.
Well, he knows the rules.
Oh, he was too late. Look, there he is there. He wasn't here on time, so he just went. We said be here by 5:20, and now we're gone. Welcome back to Bailiwick and Guernsey Shipwrecks. I'm JP Fallais, and you're looking over my shoulder down to 35 metres today. So I'm diving on the sandy slopes and heading north towards the cliffy parts. So basically starts here, and we're heading around the outside of this reef. Currently at the top of the reef, around about 20 odd metres. There's a couple of scallops here. My main aim today is to try and have a look in a cave. I've seen this cave a couple of times in the past, but never really taken any interest in it. As you can see, there's plenty of female spider crabs around here. They're still in, but just about. I haven't seen them in the big numbers that we have in previous years, but I'm not sure what's happening with them. Don't know what that is. Oh, some sort of shell. So I noticed around here somewhere there's like a sandy ledges and some quite big drop-offs on these stones. So I come up here probably about maybe 20 dives ago. I noticed there's a fissure in the rock, which I know is the top of the cave. Sometimes you can see fish swimming in and out of this little gap in the rocks. So it's just a matter of me trying to find it now. Seems like an easy task, but when you're underwater, nothing's easy. Everything seems to be against you, and today it feels like the tide's against me. So I know the fissure in the rock is around about 28 metres. I'm going to have to come down some of these steep rocks here and down towards the seabed. So you see the wrasse, as soon as they notice me, they bolt off. I say when they see me, they don't actually notice me, they just see a diver. We must be getting close now. Yep, I think it's just down here. Here's another big male spider crab. Out my way, mate. Aha! I think we may have found it. Yeah, check out all the fish are going down it now. So this is here, some big old wrasse in there. 3 or 4 wrasse. There's loads of crabs jammed in there as well. See, they're hiding. So this is the fissure in the top of the cave. It looks pretty deep. Right, this is the drop off now, so I'm going to have to go off and then start slowly heading down. The tide is actually carrying me over the drop off. This is the rocks all up here. It's actually really nice scenic wall this. This is the start of the cave. It doesn't look that deep, it's probably 5 or 6 meters deep, and from the top of the hole to the bottom probably about 4 meters, or maybe sort of 2 stories, maybe just over 4 meters. We come down to the seabed now. Slowly for me, because I don't want to kick up too much silt, because in the bottom of this there is a lot of silt. Yeah, just here. Hey, a scallop. I think I'll have that. So what I'm going to try and do now, I'm going to try and hover over the seabed without touching the sand, because it kicks up so easy. Looks like I've kicked a load up already. Yeah, remember, I can't swim right into this cave because I've actually got a reel with some line on that goes back up to the surface. And the last thing I want to do is that line to catch on the rocks above my head. So just turn my lights off so you can see that little fissure at the top. Pretty cool. It's a shame we couldn't swim right in and have a good look around, but not today. Definitely not on my own. It's just too unsafe, to be honest. So we'll just have a look from here. Look at this, it's crayfish all in the ceiling. They're probably big enough to take. That one maybe not. There's loads of little crabs in there and sea anemones on the walls. And a lot of spider crab. So I think I've probably kicked up enough dust now. I think I might just turn around and back out very carefully. But there's a fissure, look, at the top. So at one time this must have been at sea level. A long time ago, 8,000 years ago probably. I think we're about 33 meters deep now. There's another crayfish there. Anyway, let's head out of here while we still can, before we get snagged up. So now I know all the way around me is a reef. This is a sandy part. It's like a big horseshoe sort of shape. So I know I can't go anywhere but deeper from here, on the sand anyway. What I need to do really is swim northwesterly back up this slope. Quick check at my depth and see how much time I got left before going to DK. 3 minutes, so I've got to get up shallower and level out a little bit. Just a quick check on my air, 160 bar, still got loads of air left. So now I need to start scrambling up here. God, this looks like a nice crab. This looks like a very big crab. See how active it is. Will it fit in the bag? Only one way to try. Try and get it in the bag without it attacking me. There we go. It's in. Now we're back up onto that sandy plateau. We've got 2 minutes left until we go into Deco. So I'm just going to climb around this reef on the sand to see if we can get any scallops. We might be lucky. Checking all these crevices. There's only lady crabs in these ones. Just to see if there's any nice lobsters, because I feel like a lobster for tea today. Not sure if I'll get one, but we're going to have a look. So this sand doesn't actually look that steep here, but it's probably maybe 30 degrees incline. It's actually deceivingly slopey, really. Camera isn't doing it justice. So what you can hear now is a load of boats that are heading into Fermain Bay. They just anchor up or go on the moorings, you know, have some pims or whatever they do. Pretty cool. They're going after my bubbles. Look, every time I exhale they quick swim up and try and attack my bubbles. Not quite sure what fish these are. Maybe smelts, I don't know. You don't see that many of them either, especially this deep. Almost got attacked by a female spider crab. There's loads of swimming crabs around here as well. I think they're the marbled swimming crabs, but I haven't really had a look at them properly, to be honest. Right, I think it's now time to go up. I think I've had my fun on this dive. I completed my mission of trying to find this cave. Now the temperature is getting a bit warmer. We're starting to see a lot of these. These are blue fire jellyfish, and they are lion's mane, but they're a lot smaller than their counterparts. And also they always have like a little fish with them. Sometimes it's like a young whiting. I wonder if this one's got a fish with it. Try and get in close and have a little look. Yeah, there's these little fish. They normally only have one. I have seen a few with more than one, but normally it's just the one. And these things do actually hurt when they sting you. Really nice collars, especially on the tops of them. Not the best catch in the world, but I've got a nice spider crab. He's very lively, so you know he's going to be full of meat. Well, what sort of dive was that? I won't lie to you, I was at 36 metres. I was starting to get a little bit of narcosis, but I'm I'm like a functioning alcoholic really with narcosis, so if I start to feel it, I'll just start coming back up. But the water is cold, I've got a hole in my boot, so my leg is freezing. There's quite a lot of North running tide there, more than there seemed on the video, but I had to go over the side of that cliff and I had to go and have a look. So 36 metres, about 10-storey building, so just to put it into scale, I mean, I don't know what it is over there on the cliffs, but what you see here that comes out and juts down is exactly the same. It goes flat along with sand, and then we've got the same here. And this is Anfray. Now Matt Paul's gone in together, the lovers. I went in on my own. We're 30 metres here, so we're down here.
Thank you very much.
And as you see, I didn't get hardly any scallops on that one. I had a nice decent sized red leg. You've got to try and get one of them in the bag before it pinches your fingers. It's not a monster. Come on. Oh, come on, there you go. Like I say, not a monster, but there'll be plenty of meat in these claws. And look, this is when you know it's going to be full of meat when they're nice and lively. So not a bad size really, to be honest. Good enough for a sandwich or two. But the kids will have this one. My dad had the last one. Emmy would love that. Well, and Marcella just picked through it. But look at this, quite poor. Just going to check on the boys. Just check there's no one coming around. There's a few boats that are in here that keep coming and going. So this is Fermain Bay. Just got to keep an eye out for that. But some of these are very small. So I think a lot of them are going back. I mean, there's a couple there. So let's just motor back up. We're about 35 metres away at the moment. So they are heading north and they're going down quite a steep sandy bed, but they'd be seeing a very similar bottom to what I was seeing then. Make sure the boat's out of gear. So yeah, they'll be seeing a similar bottom to what I'm going. It'd be interesting to see how many scallops they get, because I didn't see many. But then again, I did have a little bit of a tingly head on. I certainly remember the whole dive, put it that way. I remember climbing up them steep slopes. I had to turn the camera off a few times because when I'm trying to reel up and the camera's hanging there, I've basically got to turn it off. So, Paul Main D and Matt. And there's a little bit of wind in the air, but it's warm. Get ready for the warm nights diving. Let's sort these out and get rid of them. Oh, that ain't good. 13. Yeah, that was it. Oh well, 13 it is. I'll have to at least get one more just to make it so it's not unlucky. Starting to get sunburn out there. So what am I going to do for the next one? I don't know what I'm going to do for the next one. It's definitely going to have to be scallops because I need a bit more than 13 to pay Richard back for the amount of fuel that we burned on Saturday. and also on Sunday night as well.
Le sépafre de la Hague sur le canal 16 pour identification, j'appelle le voilier.
There's been a bit of a mayday earlier on. I've seen the rib go out, the R&I rib, down towards Sarkway, but also Jersey's been getting a bit of a call out as well for the R&I. There was a mayday, and they went on to channel 87 or 82 actually. So let's go back and go and get closer to the boys. So I can imagine what the seabed's going to be like here. It comes up quite steep. This is all rocks, so I don't think they're going to get many scallops there. Well, I could be wrong. I think this is Bessie. Oh, she's jumping. They're still down. Must be doing one long one. 20 minutes. See, the lifeboat has just stopped up the top there, so maybe it wasn't going out on a call out. Maybe they're just doing their training exercises. Oh, we got Paul Bob in. Let's go over and pick him up. There's been all sorts of sea users today. Powerboats, yachts. There's some ladies here rowing past me. Ladies and gents, I should say. Yeah, mixed pairs. Lifeboat's going back in now, so I don't know what that was about. It went all the way up there, sort of stood around, turned around and come back again. Just asked VTS for clearance. You can just see the top of it going along the breakwall there. So just waiting for Matt now. That's Paul done.
Right.
Think you've done alright, eh?
Yeah,
not too bad, mate, not too bad. 4 or 5 dozen there, it's good. So the tide's running this way. It's running north today, so it's never really as good. I prefer it when it's running south, and we'll come out and it's the top of the tide, really. Well, not the top of the tide, but it's high tide, higher than it normally is. So, I'm gonna get back in the water again. Let's get wet again. Just wait for Matt to come up, and then it'll be my turn once again. Oh, he's bobbing, so let's go over and pick him up.
That was awesome.
Good dive.
Oh,
Oh, you've done alright. There's a big sack full. So I've started with 90 bar, which isn't ideal, but 90 bar at this depth is going to be a nice 21 minutes. See up in the shallows here, there's also some large spider crabs, mostly female. But we are looking for scallops on this dive. I need to get as many scallops as I can. Yeah, I think these are marbled swimming crabs. I've never seen so many. Seems to be loads around. Here's one. There's another. I hardly ever see them, and I've probably seen 4 or 5 on this dive already. Now we're getting towards the end of our dive now because I'm starting to run out of air. I really want to be onto the surface with 50 bar to spare. These are all just too small. There's a few coalfish around. Ah, another crab almost had me. They're pretty quick. This is a female. Take a look at the round carapace underneath, look. She's got no eggs. Not yet anyway. It's a shame to see some of this marine waste here, but it's inhabited by life. There's stuff living all over it. I'm starting to think about my breathing a bit more now and trying to conserve air. 60 bar still, but I've got to go up very soon. Oh, look at this. This is a Dover sole. It's actually a half decent size, this one. I mean, it's good eating size. It'll feed the family. Look how it's swimming. Really cool action. As Matt gave me one of these less than a week ago, I'm really not going to stab into this. I'm going to just let it go free. You're a lucky fish. See you later. You go off and breed. So there's someone just rowing past Paul there. So that's awesome, isn't it? That's absolutely awesome. Just as well them oars aren't sharp. Otherwise Paul's will have had one in his head. We've come in right close now. There he is. You can see his yellow fins. What an awesome night. So I had 18 on that last one. Matt had 103. And I don't know what Paul had. We'll ask him. Be interesting to see how many he gets, because there's actually quite a few around here. They're just, you know, 10 mil over the legal limit size, so they're not massive. It still tastes good though. Here he comes. What? There's a hole in it. There's a hole in that bag. Those are all the ones I threw back. Stop recording. Stop recording. Stop recording. Get that camera out my face. Look how high it is. Look at the tide. It's not often you see it like this, to be honest. Well, not often we're out diving and you see it like this. Yeah, that's the top of the mooring pole there, look. Is there plenty of water, Matt? Yeah, like 8 metres. Could almost just load our gear straight off there onto the near where the trucks are. At least Matt's van ain't going to be hot. Hey? Left the windows open. Did you know you left your windows open? You also left the keys in it. Here we go. The gaffer to gaff. Good up. Yeah. We're on. We're on. There's issues at the back of the boat. The bosun's being told off by the helmsman.
Just won't listen, eh?
Huh? Where's the captain? There she blows. It's got ponters on the back. Don't know where they've been. I think they've been wildlife spotting. It went a long way. There was a seal just outside the harbour mouth. Time to get a coffee. Must say, I like this. It's almost levelled the pontoon. What have me and you got in common? We're both going to have a hot bath when we get home. As always, thanks for coming along, and I hope you enjoy that one. A little bit different, a bit more scallopy than normal, and I hope you enjoyed it. So I'm going to go and get a coffee now, because I am absolutely parched and I need to warm up a little bit. The water is going 13 degrees now, but it's still a little bit windy, which takes the chill out of me. So I'll catch you on the next tide.